Hello guys and welcome back to episode 2 of my Leeds United series, back to the Premier League. It's the beginning of the season. We're about to kick off against Bristol City. In this video we're going to be running through Bristol City away, and then secondly we're going to do Nottingham Forrest at home. They're the two matches we're going to be looking at today, and also we're going to be looking at a little bit of transfer dealings I've been able to do over the course in between last episode and this one. Bit surprised at who I actually got in and who I managed to get out. So I'm pretty looking forward to seeing what you think about that. If you're new here and it's the first time you're watching my video, make sure you hit that subscribe button and click the notification bell next to it, because you can then go out and check out all my other series on Newcastle United. That's the Newcastle United Takeover series. If you're a returning subscriber and returning viewer, thank you. Your view is appreciated. So let's get into today's video against Bristol City away, and I'll show you how I'm going to line up. So I've gone for the 4-1-2-3 formation. You can see how I set it up in my last episode, episode 1. So we're just going to do a quick auto pick just to fill the squad out, and then we'll do a little bit of tinkering around what positions we think we can change. Now in this team already there is quite a lot of good cohesion, so a lot of the players link up quite well, like Cooper, White, Phillips and Klitsch there. Some of the signings you can see. So I did manage to get Troy Parrott from Spurs on a season-long loan, which I thought was really good considering he's quite a good prospect at the moment in game, and also in the Premier League. He's being talked about quite a lot, and they were going to get him to replace Harry Kane, obviously when Harry Kane got injured, but with the season being suspended, we don't know how that would have turned out with him. Now, I did bring in Glenson Fernandez. He did play for West Ham in the past. No, he didn't. No, this is the wrong one. Forget I said that. It was Leicester, sorry, he played for in the past, not West Ham. But he has had quite a long career. He's 32 now, and I picked him up for £1 million, which I thought was quite a good deal considering he's got quite a good rating. I also got a new right back, from Nice. Patrick Berner, and he only cost me about £2.5 million. So I did quite a good little bit of bargaining around the transfer market, given we only had about 1.2 million to go ahead with it. So I did do a little bit of dealings. But this is the formation we're going to get into today to start the match off. So yeah, well, I'll see you at the beginning of the match then. Oh guys, welcome back. So here we are, beginning the match. Now, because it's the first game of the season, we are away. I'm just going to tell the players to go out there and give the fans something to cheer about today. I think that would be the best option for us, considering away from home, away from Ellen Road, and also it's the first time they're playing this formation. A lot of new players, so that'll sort of bond them together and get them ready for kickoff. So we're just going to get into the match now. Teams are coming out of the tunnels, they're lining up for the pre-match stuff. Just going to skip this and get into the match and start playing. So we are kickoff, first game of the season. And obviously it's away to Bristol City, which I'm really looking forward to. I think we could do pretty well here against Bristol City, and get a decent point if I can. Sorry about this, I'm just trying to sort out my sound, it's really bad at the moment. But yeah, we're away. So with this formation, I'm just trying to get them so that they're scoring a little bit more goals, because last season when I was watching Leeds in the Championship, they scored a lot of goals, but defensively they weren't the best. Now, I didn't want to tinker too much. I wanted to keep the goals, just change the formation up a bit, but I've also shored up the defence with a few new players and a few new centre-backs. I did get Reece Oxford from FC Augsburg. Now, Reece was at West Ham, and he's only 21 or 22, and he's quite a talked about prospect in the game, especially with the big clubs. The top 6 were after him. So I managed to get him on a season-long loan, and potentially I might actually make it permanent, depending if we get into the Premier League. But really, that is our main goal, is to get up to the Premier League, and obviously make sure we're first in the Championship, winning that early on if we can, and getting up there. And then next season, boy, would it be a season to have Leeds United back in the Premier League. Imagine the derbies. Manchester United, Manchester City, Liverpool. It'll be awesome. And we've got our first goal. Yes, Calvin Phillips. He's going to be our rock this season, especially in midfield. Free kick outside the box. Right foot, sorry. What a goal. What a goal. Happy days. What a way to start the match. 15 minutes in, we're already 1-0 up. And really, Bristol City have had one shot, none on target. We've had 6 shots, 4 on target, and we've got 62% possession. I mean, we're off to a flyer here. Absolute flyer. And I'm pretty surprised at how well we're actually playing. I'm not going to do nothing to tinker with it. I'm just going to leave it and let's see how we get on, because I don't want to mess around with tactics too much. But what can I say? First set piece, first goal, Calvin Phillips, probably our best player in the squad out of anyone, scores the goal, captain as well. So I'm absolutely buzzing with that. Just had another header there that didn't really come to much, but yeah, Calvin Phillips. I may actually, depending on how it goes by Christmas time for the winter transfer window, may actually try and get another contract on him, tie him down a bit, because you know what it's like. Gets to that transfer window in in January, and all the top 7 teams in the Premier League are hunting for players, especially maybe in the Championship or the lower leagues around Europe, the players who haven't been in Champions League, Europa League, and they want him. So if we can tie him down for say another 2 years, or even keep him, I mean that'd be fantastic. And they've just equalised against us. Bit of eat my words there. Nicky Wells used to be at Burnley, scored against us. A bit of lackadaisical defending, if I'm honest, and it wasn't the best. As you can see, we didn't really cleared it out, but then it was straight to one of their players, and Wells just got on the end of it and whacked it in. So I mean, nothing to worry about so far. We are away from home. It is our first game, so we'll just crack on and make sure that we do show a bit up. So I'm just going to ask him to show a bit of passion and make sure, obviously, and they've scored again. Pedro Pereira, right? That's a bit concerning, considering the pre-season form we had. We didn't lose all of pre-season, and I'm a bit worried now that we're going to be like this all season. But we'll try. We'll just see how it goes till half time, and then see whether we can get back up there. I'm hoping we can. If not, I'll have to change a few players around, make a few substitutions, and maybe go a bit more attacking so we can outscore them. But I'm not worried so far. So let's just crack on and see how we get on the rest of this match. So it's half time. After they scored, nothing really much happened. It went a bit quiet after Pedro Pereira scored against us. It went a bit quiet. Nothing really went on. It sort of dulled down the game. So I'm just going to tell the players that first half performance in the first 15 minutes was amazing. After that, after they scored, we just went non-existent. So I'm just going to tell them I expect to see a much better performance in the second half, and I'm just going to tell them there's a lot more to come from all of them, because I think that's the only way we're going to get out of this and get an equaliser and then get the winner, because we need 3 points. There's no arguing around it. We need 3 points from pretty much every single game this season in the Championship League. We need 3 points. We can't be losing. We can't be drawing. We need to get up to that first place and get promoted to the Premier League. There is no two buts about it. That's what we're getting this season, is Premier League status at the end of it. Right, so let's crack on to the second half of the match and see how we get on. So I just kicked off the second half. I didn't make any substitutes, as you've seen. I just kept the team, but I did bollock them a bit and make sure that they tighten up a bit more and play a bit better. So we'll just see how we get on. It is only a couple of minutes in. I am going to ask them to demand more and be a bit more pressing and a bit more on the ball, because in the first half, after they equalised, we sort of just dropped off and lost ourselves. But we'll see how it goes on. Now, he did get dispossessed quite easy there, which is a bit concerning, because we didn't really do much for that. Helder Costa, he's on a yellow card. He's only got a 6.4 rating so far in the match, which isn't the best. I thought he would be better, considering he was in the Premier League last season, and he's just equalised. So I've just ate my words again with the player. So yes, we've equalised 2-2. We're back. We're on level terms. We're only about 5 minutes into the second half. Happy days. And I was just literally about to take him off and replace him, but now I'm just going to keep him on, because he's just got us back in the game. I know he's on a yellow card, but I'm not really bothered. Keep him on the pitch. Let's get him playing. Look at his rating. He's gone from 6.4 to 6.9. Happy days. Happy days. So let's see how we get on now in the next 20 minutes. And we've just scored. Ben White off a set piece again. We're pretty good at set pieces so far. 2 set pieces, 2 goals, and we're now leading 3-2. Considering we're 2-1 down at half time, we're now leading 3-2. I mean, that is quite an easy goal. No defenders run it from Bristol City. Douglas just floated it over to Ben White. They're just checking it for offside, but I mean, if they're going to give it, they're going to give it. I'm not really asked. They don't really have VAR in the Championship, but hey ho, we're in the lead. We're in the lead. Right, let's just see how we get on, and then we'll see. I might make a substitution next 5 minutes. Just put a few new fresh players on, because some of these are still a bit lazy from a bit drained, from pre-season. But we'll see how we're getting on soon. So I'm gonna make my first substitution. They did just have a chance, Nicky Wells again, but it was disallowed for being offside. So it's a bit rubbish because we just got a goal and it was offside. But then hey, it's back and forth and it's back and forth. Right, so I'm gonna make a substitution. I'm gonna take off Barry Douglas and put on our second choice left back, Alosky, and put him on. I'm also gonna put Jamie Shackleton on, because this season I want him to become a first choice player. So I'm going to take off Glenson Fernandez, and then finally I might throw on Patrick Bamford, because Troy Parrott's not really done much today. So I'm going to take him off and put Patrick Bamford on, and we'll see how these get on in this match. With them coming on, I am just going to change it. I'm just going to tell them to get a bit more creative, because we want to try and get another goal. If we can get another goal, we can put the match to bed. And that means basically we're 4-2 up, about 20 minutes to go, 25 minutes to go, sorry. And then we can just cruise on to get them 3 points and get the season off to a good start, and then make preparations for that Nottingham Forrest game at home. Comes off the bench, scores first time, Patrick Bamford. Happy days, 4-2 up. As I was just saying then, get another goal, we've basically won the game. So we're 4-2 up now. It's about 35 minutes to go. What can I say? We're cruising. We're cruising at the moment. So I'm really happy at the moment. We did go 2-1 down at beginning at half time. We were 2-1 down. We came out. We equalised through Helder Costa, and then Ben White, and now Patrick Bamford. Key players are scoring key goals for us now in this first game. So that spells well for the rest of the season. So we just need to see it out now until the full-time whistle. And then we've got 3 points on the board, and then it's Nottingham Forest at home at Ellen Road. And we've just scored another goal. 5-2 away from home. Leeds United, we are cruising. That was just a simple, picked it up inside the box from, I think it was Patrick Burney who passed it to him. And we won it on the right hand side actually. It was a bit of dribbling to go, but I mean, once we got it, Patrick passed it, Klitsch fired it into the back of the right hand corner. 5-2. We are cruising. 25 minutes to go. 5-2 up away from home against Bristol City, who, really, when you think about it, are one of the better teams in the Championship, considering they've got Lee Johnson at the helm, and they've got quite a lot of decent young players. They've got Ben Afobe, Nicky Wells, Andreas Weimann, who used to play for Aston Villa. So they've got quite a lot of decent players, and obviously Casas, who used to play for Middlesbrough, who has been in the Premier League. So you would think they would be a better team, but I'm guessing the way he's got him set up isn't playing well. But I'm not arguing with that. We're cruising here, 5-2 up. And defensive wise, since we've last conceded a goal, we're like a rock at the back. We're quite rigid. We're not. They're not getting any balls over us, and we're sort of playing really well. So I'm hoping we can see this out now to the final whistle, and get 3 points on the board and get the season started in style. So we're about 5 minutes from the end, and we've just got the ball in their half, and we're just passing it around. We've just lost it then, and they've crossed it over. But like I say, look, again, what I said before is we're picking the ball up now. We're not letting them cross it over to Nicky Wells. We're picking it up and passing it back in. And we've been doing that since the beginning of the second half. And now we've got a chance here. Can he? Oh, he can't finish. No, but he still got it. No, it's deflected out. So we've got a corner there, which isn't too bad. So let's hope we can convert this and make it 6-2. Helder Costa's going to just cross it in, whips it in. There's no one there to get on it. Cooper picks it up outside the box, passes it back to Helder Costa. Passed it back to Cooper. Will he shoot? Passed it to Shackleton, Jamie Shackleton, we just brought on, and he passed it back to Costa. So nothing much came of that. Just passing it round, but it's good. We're holding the ball really well, and I'm really surprised at how good we're actually doing with the ball. Ben White is looking a bit tired, but I am going to keep him on, and he's just won us a corner. So we'll just see out these last few minutes, see if we can get another goal, and if we can, it's 6-2 away, and maybe 7 if we can get 2, but I very much doubt it. But we'll see how we get on. Right, so full-time whistle's just gone, and what can I say? Second half, spectacular. We were 2-1 down at half-time, give the team a bit of a bollocking, and we come out and we score 4 goals and win 5-2 away from home against probably, like I say, Bristol City. They are sort of a top 6 team in the Championship, which I'm really happy about. I'm not too happy about the goals that we conceded, but I mean, to come back and win 5-2 away from home after conceding 2 goals in the first half and within the space of 3 minutes, it's not the best, but what can I say? We did pretty well in the second half. We came out and played the right way. I brought in a few substitutes. One of them got a goal, Patrick Bamford, and from there we held possession and got back into the game and ground out a result and played quite well. So 3 points on the board. First game of the season, away from home, we won. So I'll see you at the next match. That's Nottingham Forrest at home at Ellen Road, so it should be rocking. And I don't know if anyone's ever been to Ellen Road, but you're pretty much on top of the pitch, so it's going to be a good atmosphere there for this game, and hopefully we can get 3 points again and make it 2 wins out of 2 for the first 2 matches of the season. Right, so I'll see you at the next match. Right, so after that convincing win against Bristol City, we've got Nottingham Forest, sorry, should I say not Nottingham, Nottingham Forest next at home. So before that, I wanted to just run through transfer-wise, because I think I did a pretty good job, if I'm honest. Now, if you look at what I've been able to bring in to what I've actually got rid of in value-wise, I think I've done quite a good job. So the players I've got in are just down here. So anyone from Adrian Abrama from RCD Espanol, I've got him. So he's on loan. But obviously I brought in, as you know, Patrick Burner, Gledson Fernandez, Reece Oxford. We did get Nair Richards on a free transfer, Tom Lowry, Lucas Hayward on a free transfer again, and then also this one of these. Well, I don't think he's a wonder kid, but I don't think he's far off, if I should say, is Terry Carrera from Valencia, on loan for the season, just to see how he goes on, because I did get rid of the first choice right back because he was 30 years old, and I want a young squad. So altogether, transfers have cost me 7.75 million. For what I've got in, I don't think I've done a bad job. I've done alright, if I'm honest. I could have done a bit better, but I've done alright. Now, transfers out. In my other episode, the first episode, episode 1, I did say I wasn't going to get rid of any youth, but when the big clubs come knocking with money, it's not really, you can't really turn it down. Go give that episode a watch, by the way. It's pretty good. And also subscribe, because obviously episode 3 will be coming out on Tuesday. And also you can check out the Newcastle United series that I'm doing. But back to today's video. So I brought in 42.5 million altogether with the transfers that already pre-existing with Leeds. I've been able to bring it up to 42.5 million. So the players that I've got out are down here. Now, I sold Boy to some club I've never heard of in my life, and I can't pronounce the name, so I'm not going to, because I'll sound like a right idiot. But I got 160 up front, and then with add-ons it'll go to 200,000, which I thought was okay. Now, I did get rid of Robbie Gotts to Burnley, because I think Burnley and Bournemouth are in for him, but Burnley offered more, so it's 7 million, which I think for a player who's only 19, and I don't think he's actually going to turn out well, is pretty good. Then I sold Pablo Hernandez, which you're probably thinking, why would I sell Pablo Hernandez? He's probably a key player at Leeds. He's old, and I don't want old players in. So I got 1.8 million up front, and then 2.1 million in add-ons. Secondly, I sold Alpha to Newcastle United for 6.75 million. And then finally, as I say, the old right back I sold for 3.5 million. So, if I'm honest, I think I've done pretty well regarding getting funds in. Now, we do have money left in the bank for January, so I am going to shop around. We have about 3.5 million left. Obviously, bear in mind that we'll get cup runs, we'll get obviously prize money and stuff like that. So we could get up to 4 million, 4.5, which will put us in good stead for January. So we can go out and get a few players, maybe on sign them at the end of the contract, so we get them in the summer on a free. But we'll see how we get on. But we'll get back to today's video, and then we'll have a look at what we're going to do next. So the rest of this video is obviously going to be Nottingham Forest at home at Ellen Road, and let's get into that now because we need to get another 3 points, get them on the table. Because last time we won 5-2 away to Bristol City, which I thought we played really well. Now, I'm going to leave the team selection as it is. The only one I am going to change, because I didn't think he played very well, is Troy Parrott, and I'm just going to replace him with Patrick Bamford. But for the rest of the team, I'm going to leave it exactly the same. No messing around with tactics. It's all the same. So we'll get into the match right now. So here we are. We're just about to kick off. I'm going to do the same team talk I did as the last match. But obviously, I think it might change because obviously I played one game. I'm just going to tell them to pick off where they did last time. I'm not going to change anything else. I'm not going to ask them to do anything extra. I'm going to hand the rest over to the assistant. And then we're going to kick off this match against Nottingham Forest. Teams are out on the pitch in a huddle. And now let's kick it off. And then get them second set of 3 points on the table. Make it 6. Good goal difference so far, three goal difference, and then make it 6 points. And if we can, I mean, happy days. We are in our white kits at Ellen Road, and if anyone's been to Ellen Road and watched Leeds United, especially when it's a big game, mate, that place is rocking. So I'm hoping. I know it's only a game and it's not the same thing, but I'm hoping we can generate that sort of attitude today and get a good 3 points on the board. Helder Costa has just been booked, as you just seen then, for a silly foul. He did that last match. He got a yellow card, but then he scored. So I'm not going to take him off. I am going to leave him on. But I am just going to keep my eye on this. I don't want it to get him sent off because we need him really for the beginning of the season. He is one of our key players. But we'll just see how we get on now. Joe Lolly there's just try whipping it across the into the far left hand corner, but not much came of it. So Calvin Phillips again. Oh. Now, last time he did that, he scored. So I was really hoping that he would score. Didn't happen this time. But you never know. We have got one shot, one on target, which was that one then. And we've got 60% possession. So we are dominating force so much this the last 15 minutes. So if we can get a goal before half time, I'd be really happy with that. It'd be nearly 6 goals in 2 games. Which really, when you think about it, that's sort of Premier League standard, especially when we've just set off for the season. I'm happy with that. So we'll just see if anything comes of this corner that we've got. Phillips is going to whip it into the box. Yeah. Oh, nearly. Bamford deflected off their defender. Again, Bamford. I'm actually quite surprised. I didn't think he would be, a decent finisher. And no disrespect to him, but I didn't think he was. But so far, when I've brought him on that first game, and he's putting balls into the box, and he's actually playing quite well. So we'll just see how this gets on for the next 5 minutes. We're not really doing much, but yeah, we'll see how we get on. So we've just got the ball here outside Nottingham Forest's box, and it's straight at the keeper, Samba. We've been all right defensive wise. We're much better than the first game, and shots on target and possession was the same as the last game against Bristol City. Nottingham Forest haven't even had a shot on target. I mean, that just shows how good we are at the moment. So we've just got a corner here. Calvin Phillips going to wicket in, and Helder Costa again, and that's why I didn't take him off, because he can change the game, that guy. And if I'm honest, I can't believe Leeds got him for 15 million off Wolves. I know Wolves are in the Premier League and they're doing quite well, but I mean, he is a good player. So I don't think they should have sold him, but I'm not complaining. We've got him at Leeds, and if he can do what he's doing for us now in the Championship and what he's done with Wolves in the Premier League in their first season back, when we're back in the Premier League this season, I'll be happy as anything, especially if we can link him up with the wingers and get a few other decent players in. It'll be good for us. So just got a few minutes now before half time. We'll just see this out, and then I'll just give him a little bit of encouragement because we haven't got a goal yet. But we second half we really need to get a goal and make it maybe 2-3-0, something like that. I'm hoping for. But yeah, well, I'll just see at half time. So here we are. First half was alright, wasn't the best. It was a bit dull, if I'm honest. It was all of us and nothing of Nottingham Forrest, but we didn't really do much. We didn't score. So I'm just going to give them a bit of a bollocking just to put a foot up their arse and make sure that they do get a couple of goals in the second half. So that sort of got them all fired up, except for Patrick Burner. Don't know what he's on today, but yeah. So we'll just get on to the second half now and see how we go. So I'm hoping for 2-3 goals, but I'll be happy with one, and that gets us the 3 points if I'm honest. So let's get into that second half of the game. Just a minute into the second half, and we've got the ball outside their box. We're just passing it round. We're not really doing much with it, but I'm hoping we can convert it into a chance and get a goal. Just whipped it out to Patrick Burner, who's took it off their defender. And I'm hoping he passes it and Klitsch hits it again. Oh, see, he did that last time and scored. So I'm going to now put this on him for at least to get about 5 goals a season from them sort of pieces where he can just hit the ball at the keeper. But so far, the second half, we are showing a little bit more of an attacking intent, but I don't want to speak too soon and, they score. So we'll just see how it gets on and then, go from there and see how we're doing. What is it? Why has no one bought him yet in the Premier League? Calvin Phillips again, 2 games, 2 goals, probably man of the match in each game, and he just hit something from the outside of the box. I'm thinking 30 yards, 40 yards, maybe even more. Look at that, what a goal. He is something else, and it puzzles me why Premier League clubs, say except for someone like Burnley, they don't go for young English talent in the Championship. They seem to go for a lot of talent in overseas like Spain, the Bundesliga, Serie A. They don't go for young English talent or even young players in the Championship. Don't have to be English, but they don't go for them sort of players. They leave them. And when you've got a player like that at Leeds, who is obviously is a Premier League player because he's doing it week in, week out, but yet no one goes for him, it's bizarre. I don't get it. Because look now, we've got with added time, we've probably got about 13-40 minutes left, and he's pretty much won us the game. And Douglas, man, Barry Douglas has just got a red card. Wow. So I'm just gonna have to switch this up a bit. I'm gonna have to move, possibly. What I'll do is you know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna leave it, but I'm gonna change the balance and leave it like that. And what actually, no, I'm not. I lie. Let's do that, and hopefully that'll bring us back to. Well, that's weird, isn't it? Right, we're back to it. For some reason, it jolted back down the finger. Right, so we changed to very defensive. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a few substitutes because they're going to go attacking now. Because obviously we've just lost a player. So I'm going to put on Jamie Shackleton, take off Gladson Fernandez, put Troy Parrott on for Patrick Bamford, and then I'm going to try and short defence. I'll put Stuart Dallas on for Patrick Burner. So that's a player really in the 3 positions in my squad. I took off Patrick Bamford because I don't want to get him too knackered because it is just beginning the season, but I'm hopefully we can hold this out for the next 3 minutes. I know we haven't. It's disallowed. Happy days, Michael Dawson. My heart sunk then thinking, I've just brought these players on and they just equalised straight away from the first set piece to get, but they haven't, and we've got a set piece here. There's no one really on the end of it, and they sort of knock it out, but there's only a minute left, so we can keep it down their end and keep attacking. We can grind out a result here and get a 1-0 win and make it 6 points on the board, which who's not going to complain at that at the beginning of the season? No one. So Helder Costa's just going to kick this in for us now. Cooper, Oh, nearly so close. Apart from that red card, I didn't think we did too bad. There we go, full time whistle. Yeah, I mean, apart from that red card, we didn't really play too bad. 1-0 win at home at Ellen Road. I know we lost, obviously, Barry Douglas to that red card, which was pretty stupid. But apart from that, I mean, look at our possession. 70% possession in a game is quality, if I'm honest. And also, we've got 12 shots, 6.5. So half of our shots are on target, and we've got 70% possession. Really, really good start. So I'll just see you in the next bit, and then I'll tell you what next games we're going to be doing. So, 2 games out of 2, we've won. Calvin Phillips has scored in both games. Probably man of the match in both games. We're top of the table so far. We're 2 games, 6 points, 4 goal difference, no draws, no losses. And as I say with Calvin Phillips, he's our top goal scorer at the moment, and he's got a highest average rating of 9. And then my new signing from Nice, Patrick Berner, has got 2 assists. What a way to start the season. I mean, what a way. That 2 hard games. The first game was away, and we were 2-1 down at half time, come back to win 5-2. Second game is at home at Ellen Road. We're 1-0 up. We lose a player, we hold it out, and we win. So, I'm not complaining about that. As you can see, we've got next few games coming up. We've obviously got the next game is Port Vale in the Carabao Cup. So after that, we'll see how we get on and see who we get. Hopefully, we get a second round draw, which is pretty good. Maybe another Championship side, or maybe even a Premier League side. Actually, I don't think we'll get a Premier League side because they don't come into the third round. So it won't be that. It'll be either Championship, League 1, League 2, or even National League, I think, playing in the Carabao Cup. I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, we've got a few games coming up. I'll definitely do a video. Next episode, will contain like a game against Swansea and West Brom. And then obviously I'll run through the results and see how we're getting on. But yeah, so today's video has been really good. I'm really happy with how we're performing and how we're getting on. If you're liking this video, make sure you hit that thumbs up. If you're not, put a thumbs down and then leave a comment telling me why you like it, or if you're not liking it, tell me why you're not liking it. And also, if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button, click the little bell next to it, because when I next post a video on Tuesday, you'll be the first one to know about it. And then also, you can go and watch my other series in the meantime that bides you through until then, of Newcastle United Takeover, which is really good. So make sure you hit it. But thank you very much for watching. My name's Sean, and that's the end of today's video. See you in the next one. Bye bye.